So hello YouTube, we're sitting here. Welcome back to my channel. First of all, I've got my heater on in my garage because right now outside it is currently like 5 degrees outside. So we got the heater up there because we have a hot tub in here as well. The question is, can you take the Predator 3500 watt generator and pair it with a 2000 watt inverter champion generator to make a, we'll say, 5500 watt generator? So I went out to Harbor Freight and I bought a little parallel kit. I've already tested this. I know it works. So you just got to buy yourself, buy yourself one of these. 3200, 4000 watt thing. Basically, the only thing you really need are the banana plugs to plug in. Now, this generator is kind of a little broken, but it's not broken. It's just it's got some cosmetic stuff, like the 12 volt thing is broken on this Champion one, but I got a hell of a deal on this one, so I ain't complaining. So I opened up the panel inside because you want to find out which is your red and your black. Your red is your power and your black is basically your neutral. Now inside on these plugs, they're all connected together. Okay, so same thing over here with the Predator. Okay, the red and the black. So the red is connected directly to the biggest circuit breaker on the generator, which in this case is a 30 amp breaker for this plug. And then your black is just connected to the neutral of the generator. And you have the 12 volt here. So basically what you do, and you also should take the time as well to put the ground screws on, but I'm not going to right now. So I've opened up this panel and I figured out which is the red and the black. So this one right here, the one closest to the 12 volt electrical, or this other stuff that's kind of broken, is your red. And I'll plug both of these in, and then I'll just hold it here for a minute. So that way, if you guys have the same generator, you can know which is the red and your black. The black is the one that goes closest to your circuit breaker, if that helps. Okay, now with that being said, we come over here to the Predator, and again, I will just let the camera run a minute so that way you can see where they plug in. Okay, now let's go ahead and start up the Champion first. So we're going to go ahead and turn it on. The gas is on. We're going to pull the choke out like this, and we're going to stand up, and we're going to pull the cord one-handed. As you can see, I'm not very strong. We're going to wait for you can see that the light has turned on. So now, if you look over here, we have power, okay? We have power flowing through the circuit. See, if I were to unplug this plug right here, this is actually a heater plug, and unplug these heat lamps real quick, and turn on the floodlight tower. As you can see, we have power just from the Champion. Okay, so let's go ahead and plug our loads back in. These are our load testers. Okay, we currently don't really have anything on besides just the lights, the idiot lights on everything are on. So let's go ahead and start up the Predator. And now the Predator is in perfect sync with this Champion generator. So they are in perfect sync. So the answer is yes, you can pair up any inverter generator out there to one another. As long as they are 120 volts or whatever. As long as they're the same voltage, is what I'm saying. So can't take a 240 volt and then plug it into 120 volt. It'll blow the shit out of something. But anyway, so we have them all on now. So this is basically a 5,500 watt generator. So what we can do now is turn on some load. So I just turned on these two floodlights, these two heat lamps. That's space here, right there. Okay? Here we go. We're turning on the other one. So now we're pulling approximately 4,000 watts of power between the two generators. Now, right now, if I just had the Predator on, we'd be over the limit because we're at 4,000 watts. So it'd be 500 watts over the limit. But because we have the Champion here, we're okay. So the Champion is a little bit louder than the Predator is. So I'm going to go ahead and shut all this down. Now, it is important when you are running a generator. Well, number one, open all the doors. I have broken windows over here, so I'm not going to die here. But this is only for a short-term purpose anyway. But when you have a generator, you need to shut them down. You need to shut off your load. So the heater, we turn this off. Dang, come on, turn off. So we're going to shut all the load off of all of both generators. And then we're going to wait about a minute for them to cool down. So I always like to so we started off with the small one, starting a small one first, then starting a big one. Well, I actually like to do that first. And again, it doesn't matter how you start them up, but I find the best way to start them is start your smaller generator first and then start the big one. But that's the way I like to do it. So we're going to do the reverse here. So remember how we started the big one, the small one first, and then we start the big one. Well, now we're going to shut the small one off first, and then we're going to shut the big one off. That's just the way I like to do it. And this is 100% safe. You're not going to damage your generators or equipment. There is another way to do it. If you, for instance, if you don't want to buy a parallel kit, because they are kind of expensive, there is another way you can do it. You can get these banana cords, here, these guys, and simply just plug them into each other, and then just pull power out of one of the generators, preferably your bigger one. But there's even another way to do it, but I do not recommend this at all because potential for shock hazards and there's a number of things. You basically take a plug in here, and now you have, they're tied together. But I don't recommend that way. I recommend you just buy the proper stuff to do it. That way you won't harm your generators, equipment, or personnel. Anyway, I hope you liked that video. This is to show that you can, and it is 100% safe to do it this way. And I do recommend you ground and bond your generators so you don't get shocked for whatever reason. Anyway, this is Greg Bruvadas, and this is my channel. If you like this video, like and subscribe. If not, well, that sucks for you. Anyway, talk to you later.